Yes, it's Dr. Rick Lemon.
Of course I love you. If I didn't love you, I wouldn't be here. And I hope with all my heart that we can get back together again.
This is the only way to achieve it.
I don't know how else to do it. I can't let you make love to me now. I'd feel like a prostitute knowing that all the time you were wishing for someone else.
Why do you keep saying that? That is not the case.
I believe it's the truth. And I have got to find a way to come out of all of this as a whole human being, Rick. I just have to.
Yes?
That's me, Rick. May I come in?
Yes, of course.
I seem it's a little strange to ask permission to come into our own bedroom.
No stranger than it does to me. Was that something important on the phone?
It was the official call that Lee told us to expect. Laura's hearing will be at 4 o'clock this afternoon.
Well, I'm glad we didn't tell her about it last night. She just would have spent as sleepless a night as I did.
I didn't sleep much myself, but we do have to tell her, and I think we have to tell her right away.
Yeah, I know. If only you could have gotten the bartender to tell the truth.
We may have something.
What?
Well, after I went to bed last night, I called Scotty, and we're going to see Lou Proctor. If we can convince him to tell the truth, that he tricked Laura into coming to the table, then we can discredit the bartender's testimony and substantiate Laura's.
Wasn't he the least little bit suspicious when you told him your name?
Well, I made the appointment in Scotty's name.
Well, I hope you can do it. I hope you can make him tell the truth.
So do I, because if she goes in there with the evidence stacked against her the way it is, I'm worried about the outcome.
Scotty, walking back and forth isn't going to make time go any faster, so why don't you just go over to Laura's right now?
I can't, Brian, because I'm waiting for Howard so that we can go over there together.
You know, it's a shame that you and Howard Lansing couldn't break that bartender down.
Yeah, tell me about it. Brian, I've got to find out why he's lying and who's trying to set Laura up, otherwise she's going to be in big... Oh, that's Howard. I'll get it. Yeah,
Good morning. Yeah.
Just let me get my coat.
Okay. Brian, how you doing?
I'm doing fine, Mr. Lansing. Scotty and I were just talking about this.
Hey, Brian, listen, I'm sorry, but I haven't talked to Laura yet this morning, and I know she's going to be worried that I haven't called her, so I'll see.
Sure. Okay, look, good luck to both of you, okay?
Howard's gone to pick up Scotty. They'll be here soon.
Good.
Wish we had more time.
I'm sure that Judge Stallman is concerned about the incident the other night.
Yes.
I wonder if he hadn't already reached his decision until this happened.
And this is going to affect what he decides. What is Laura going to do when we tell her... When you tell me what?
Your mom and I have been waiting to talk to you, Laura, but before we do, I'd like you to promise me something first.
Promise you what?
But that you just listen and don't get upset and jump to any of the wrong conclusions.
What happened? Will you please stop torturing me like this? All
Laura.
Rick means is what we're going to tell you may shock you at first, but if you'll just be patient and hear it out, then you'll find that it really is better that it happens this way.
What is better?
Lee called Judge Stallman last night and found out that your hearing is scheduled for 4 o'clock today.
4 o'clock?
Honey, by tonight, it'll all be over.
And so will everything else. My fresh start at state, Scotty, it's all going to be over. They're going to send me away.
No, don't think that. Please don't think that.
Why not? That's what you're thinking. I can see it in your eyes. You're as scared as I am.
Laura, Howard is coming over here right now. He'll sit down and talk with you, go over the things in case Judge Stallman wants to know about the other night.
In case? Dad, that's the only reason he wants to see me today.
Laura, Judge Stallman is to review your case and have a final decision in 6 months. The 6 months are up now.
And how convenient for all of them that I broke my curfew and I went out to that Nightlife Café just before they made the terrible mistake of letting Laura Weber go free to contaminate the innocent people of Port Charles.
Laura, the judge and Mr. Higgins have always been very fair with you. And they're not going to want to see all the wonderful progress you've made over the past 6 months go for nothing.
But the people who read the Chronicle do. They've been waiting for it ever since that woman started writing all those stories about me.
Honey, those stories will stop, too, once you've seen the judge.
Oh, I know that. And what a perfect ending to all her stories. Laura Weber from courtroom to campus to reform school.
Would you mind telling me what that stupid smirk is all about? What's so damn funny?
You, Joe College.
Hey, look, I don't laugh at you because you take nursing school. So I'd appreciate it if you didn't laugh at me because I take a few courses at college.
Luke, it's not the courses. It's the way you look. All dressed up in your crew neck sweater and your little corduroy pants with your hair all neatly combed. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if you started wearing saddle shoes and a raccoon coat next.
If that's what the other college dudes are wearing, baby, that's what I'll wear.
Since when you do what everybody else does?
Never. I never do what everybody else does, but I can give that impression if I need to. I can do, be, or wear anything necessary to get what I want. Do you understand?
Sure.
What now?
Luke, if you should happen to run into Laura Weber on campus today, would you give her a message for me? Would you please tell her that I know how much she's enjoyed the first 2 or 3 days of college and how much she's going to miss it all in reform school. But in 20 or 30 years, when they parole her for good behavior, she can always go back to state as a senior citizen and take night courses.
Oh, that's funny. That is so funny.
Oh, I thought so. What was your sense of humor this morning?
Are you on something today?
No, I'm just happy. Finally, after all of our months of planning, we're going to see that little brat get hers.
Our months of planning? Our planning?
Well, I helped.
Oh, yeah, you helped. You helped yourself to my buddy Roy DeLuca. That's how you helped.
Luke, I almost forgot to tell you. Last night, we went to dinner, and after that we went over to the Nightlife Café, and guess what?
You ran into Higgins?
No, but we almost ran into Scotty and Howard Lansing. Howard's a lawyer, and I'm sure he's representing Laura while Scotty's father is still recuperating.
Well, what are they doing there?
Well, let me finish. When I saw them walk in, my heart almost stopped because I knew that if they saw me there, they would have figured that I engineered the whole thing.
That's right. I told you. I warned you about that. I told you to stay out of that place.
I know. Well, luckily, Roy knew where the back door was, so we sneaked out before they saw us. But guess what else?
As you were sneaking out, Laura was sneaking in?
No, Luke, before we left, Harry the bartender told us that he and the guy that Higgins caught Laura holding hands with have been called to testify against Her Majesty today.
Well, that can't hurt.
Can't hurt, Luke! Once Judge Stallman hears that all about sweet little Laura's escapades at the Nightlife Café, he's going to pick up that phone so fast and call that reform school and have them send over a squad car in a straitjacket. Can't you just see the scene? Little Laura screaming for her mother as 2 of those tough matrons drag her off by the hair.
And Scotty waving bye-bye.
Oh, I wish I could be there to see it.
Well, I'm sorry, baby, but I think that's one bon voyage party you will not be invited to.
Well, Scotty's not going to be invited to Laura's welcoming home party either. Not if I have anything to say about it.
Oh, yeah? How are you going to fix that one?
Luke, Scotty is a normal, healthy guy. He's not going to wait for her forever, you know.
Oh, I get it. So you're going to help him through those normal, healthy, lonely nights, is that it?
Yeah. Once I have a chance to remind him of how compatible we used to be and all the fun we used to have, he's not going to have any lonely nights. Or days either.
Honey, no more for me, please.
Jeff, I just poured you a fresh cup.
Okay, I'll drink it. I don't want to do anything this morning to upset you. It took us long enough to make up last night. Good morning, and I hope you're feeling better about things, too.
Yes, I am. But I would feel a lot better if you'd tell me what's really bothering you.
Heather, I promised you I would, just as soon as I've gotten everything else straightened out in my head. And in the meantime, would you please just be patient?
I will, Jeff. But you can't expect everyone to be as patient with your moods as I am.
Meaning?
Steve Hardy. I told you he called again while you were out last night, and you haven't called him back yet.
Because, little worrier, I only had one thing on my mind when I stormed out of here last night, and that was getting back here to make things right between you and me.
You know, you still haven't told me why you got so angry in the first place.
Well, yeah, I'm sorry about that. But when you accused me of not loving you anymore because you had lost the baby, it just seemed like the most ridiculous statement I'd ever heard.
But, Jeff, it wasn't ridiculous. I mean, you didn't start acting strangely toward me until after my miscarriage, so what am I supposed to think?
Honey, just trust me. One has absolutely nothing to do with the other. So let's just drop it, okay?
Jeff, don't just dismiss it like that. I know I'm right. I mean, you and Rick are very family-oriented. Oh, I almost forgot to tell you. Rick called 3 times last night, and he seemed very anxious to talk to you.
Well, he's just going to have to wait until I get to the hospital.
Jeff, whatever it is that's bothering you, does it have something to do with your brother and Steve?
What makes you think that?
Because I've given you all these messages, and you seem to invent reasons not to call them back.
Look, I told you I'll see him at the hospital, all right? Look, I gotta go. See you later. Oh, honey, wait a minute. There's something I forgot to ask you.
What?
Well, I remember just now talking to Gina Dante before I left for Hawaii, and she told me that I should talk to you about some precautions you're supposed to be taking.
Precautions?
Yeah. She said I should discuss it with you.
Oh, that. Just the normal precautions a woman takes after having a miscarriage. You know, not lifting things and getting plenty of rest, vitamins, all that stuff.
You're sure that's all it is? For some reason, I sensed that there was something more specific that we should be talking about.
Oh, Jeff, you know Gina, how overly protective of her patients she is, especially me.
Well, personally, I'm glad she is. But listen, if you're keeping something from me because you're afraid I might worry, forget it.
No, I'm not keeping anything from you, Jeff. Hey, will you call me from the hospital later?
Well, yeah, sure. But I swear to you, if you mention one word about my possibly not loving you because you lost the baby, I'll divorce you on the spot, lady.
Jeff, please don't say that.
Just kidding, honest.
Yeah, I don't care. I'm so afraid of losing you.
Listen, if that's for me, I'm on my way, okay?
Hello? Yes, Anne, but he's leaving for the hospital right now. Well, why don't you talk to him when he gets there? Anne, you can just as easily call him there as you did here. Hold on. It's Audrey's niece, Anne. She's very pushy.
What does she want?
She wants to talk to you, and she won't take no for an answer.
Okay. Thanks, baby. Yes, Anne, what is it? Oh, I can't believe it. When?
I'm not sure, Jeff, but Jeremy came down a little while ago looking for Tommy, and that's when I went looking for him, and then I checked Audrey and Steve's room.
Well, maybe the two of them went someplace this morning.
No, Jeff. Audrey's bed hadn't been slept in, and there was a note on her pillow addressed to me saying that she had to go away for a while and think things out, and said she was taking Tommy with her.
Okay, did she say where they might be going?
Yes, to my Aunt Lucille's. She asked if I could contact a replacement to take her nursing classes over, so apparently she plans to be gone for a while.
All right, when's the last time you saw her?
When she came back from visiting Steve, I was with Jeremy playing, so I really didn't have much time to talk. But she stopped in and said she was tired and going right to bed.
Did she tell you anything at all about her visit with Steve?
No, Jeff, but when everyone was asleep, Steve called and wanted to talk to her. I said that I thought she was sleeping, but I'd check.
Was she still in her room then?
Well, I thought she was because I knocked on her door lightly and she didn't answer. So I assumed she had fallen asleep, but since her bed hadn't been slept in, she could have left before that.
Well, did Steve say anything else to you when he called?
Not really. Well, he did ask me to tell her that when she came down this morning that he'd called and somehow everything was going to work out fine. And now this!
Anne, have you told Steve?
Not yet. I will, though. The question is how.
Yeah, well, it's not going to be easy, that's for darn sure.
Jeff, it would help if you were there with me. Please?
Look, why don't we talk at the hospital, okay?
Or where will you be?
I don't know yet. I'll check my schedule and get in touch with you, all right? Goodbye, Anne.
Jeff, I couldn't help hearing all of that. Is Audrey gone somewhere?
Yeah, Anne found a note from her this morning saying that she took Tommy up to her sister Lucille's for a while.
Just like that?
Just like that.
You know, I don't know one person in this city who's acting like themselves since the epidemic. Not one.
No, I don't either, honey. Listen, I'll talk to you later.
Okay.
Bye.
Hello? Who is this? Answer me. Why are you tormenting me like this? Please just tell me who you are. Please.
Diana, you should just hang up when you get these calls. The more you show this person how frightened you are, the more he's going to keep calling. That's how they get their kicks.
Why won't he tell me who he is? It's bad enough to pick up that phone and hear the horrible, heavy breathing.
Now, don't get so upset, Diana, please. There's got to be some way of stopping these calls.
Peter says what I should do is just jot down the time of day the phone calls come in and give it to the police department and the phone company. Evidently, there are ways of tracing these crank calls.
Then what are you waiting for?
I just keep praying that they're going to stop. I've had the police over here so many times on false alarms. You know, I tell them about the phone calls and the shadows outside, and I'm sure they're convinced it's just a product of an overactive imagination. They never say anything to me, of course, but I can tell by the kind of questions they ask and their general tone of voice.
But you told me that Heather saw the shadows, too, when she was here with you.
Well, yes, but Heather's just as excitable as I am where PJ's safety's concerned.
Diane, I'm sure this has nothing at all to do with PJ.
I hope not. Maggie, there's been something I've been meaning to ask you. You know that blue suit that PJ has? It's a little sailor suit and it's got the sailboat on the collar.
Oh, sure. Why?
I can't find it anywhere. I've looked through the whole house and I can't seem to find it.
Have you asked Mrs. Ryan or your housekeeper? Maybe they just washed it out and put it in the wrong drawer or something.
No. Only you and Heather do his laundry, aside from me. It just seems to have vanished into thin air.
I'm sure it'll turn up again, Diana, and don't get yourself so worked up over it. It's only a suit, and he has so many clothes.
But I'm forgetting so many things lately. The whole thing it's just beginning to worry me.
All you need is to get out of this house and get back to work again. Staying home constantly isn't any good for anybody.
Yeah, and thanks to you, I'll be able to do that. Peter and I are both really grateful that you're going to be coming back taking care of PJ.
Does, Heather know that I'm coming back here again?
Well, actually, no, she doesn't. I'm going to tell her today. She volunteered her own services several times, as a matter of fact.
Scotty, I don't see what good it's going to do to go over it all again. It's still my word against Mr. Higgins, no matter how many times I tell it.
Laura, Howard hasn't heard your story yet. Now, how do you expect him to advise you in your testimony if...
Testimony? Then it is a trial. I know.
No, Laura. It's just an informal hearing in Judge Stallman's chambers. It's no different than any other time you've been and met with him.
Oh, yes, it is. Because the last time I had Scotty there to back up my story of what happened at the lodge and why I had to break my curfew.
I know, but you still had to tell the judge exactly what happened. And it was still up to you to convince him that you were telling the truth.
But he is not going to believe me this time. I don't have any witnesses. He's going to think that I just made up that story about somebody calling me, claiming to have letters that I wrote to David to cover up the reason I went to the place.
But that's why you went there. That's the truth.
But that is not what Mr. Higgins saw when he walked in there and he saw me sitting with that man. He's never going to believe that that man did tell me that he was Sam McDougal, the man that I went there to meet.
They're going to believe you. They're going to believe you just as we believe you because they will see that it's the truth.
Laura, listen, one thing you can't do is go to pieces or get rattled when you're talking to the judge, because then he's really going to think that you have something to cover up. Right, Howard?
But how can I avoid it? If Mr. Higgins tells him that I ordered a drink and then the bartender said that
Laura, you don't know what Mr. Higgins is going to put in that report or what he's going to recommend to Stallman.
All I know is that he thinks I'm lying about everything now. I could see that in his eyes when I saw him at the hospital yesterday. He doesn't believe a word I say, not a word.
Oh, Laura, why don't you take some time now to go over it all with Howard?
Mother, please, I can't even think clearly now. It just happened too fast.
Laura, listen, if you don't feel like talking about it right now, it's okay. But I do want you to remember one thing.
What?
Now, even though I can't go into the judge's chambers with you, I'll still be there all the same, all right? And when you come out and it's all over, I'll be there. And I'll drive you back home together. Okay? Now, you remember that?
Scotty, I'd never be able to get through any of this without you remembering.
Okay. And when you're in there and if you're feeling afraid and alone, just know that I'm there with you. All right?
Laura, Scotty, look, why don't I pick you up at the campus this afternoon and we can talk this all over in the car on the way over to the courthouse?
I haven't decided if I'm going to go to classes today or not.
Well, Laura, it would be a lot better than just sitting around here. And I'll meet you right after your first class, and we'll go and we'll find Brian. We'll have lunch together. He's always good for something optimistic.
All right. Where shall we meet you, Mr. Lansing?
How about in front of the student union at 3 o'clock? Okay.
Okay, Howard, we'll be there.
Great. All right, I'll see you later.
Yeah, thank you.
Good. Thanks. Right.
Listen, Laura, I'll meet you outside of your first class right in front of the science building, all right? Okay. Sure, all right? Rick, I want to go out and talk to Howard, so I'll meet you out in the car, all right? Bye. That's good. All right. Bye, Dr. Weber.
Bye. Dad? Why did Scotty say he's going to wait for you outside?
Because we're going to go see Lou Proctor, and by the time I finish with him, I hope to know why he's been lying and get him to change his story.
Even if you do, there's still that bartender who said to Mr. Higgins right in front of me.
Bartender is not going to change his story. I've already tried. But I'm going to try to get to the bottom of it. Maybe by the time I meet you at the courthouse, I will have.
I hope so.
Hey, try not to worry today, and come on, get a nice positive attitude, okay?
Well, just knowing that you and Mother and Scotty all believe me, that helps a lot. I think I'll go up and fix my makeup before I go to class.
Sure.
Excuse me.
Well, if I ever doubted the calming influence Scotty has on her, I wouldn't now. I hope you saw that.
I'd be blind not to. She trusts him like you used to trust me.
Rick, it's not a question of trust.
Call it whatever you like. But if you trust me enough to believe that I can control this thing with Monica, then you should
I believe you can control yourself. That's never been the problem. Problem is the attraction is still there, and it's still a very real threat to me.
Lesley, if you could only understand, that has nothing to do with
Rick,
the way I feel.
I don't think we ought to discuss this now. Not with what's going on. I think we ought to worry about what's going to happen if the judge doesn't believe her.
I'll call you after I see Proctor and let you know what happened.
Okay. Good luck.
Thank you.
Are you just about ready to leave for work?
Yes, I am. Honey, if there's anything that I can do or say to help ease the pressure for you today, please tell me.
You can answer a question for me.
Okay.
How much does Mr. Higgins really know about the problems you and Dad are having?
Just what we told you. Judge Stallman in his office received an anonymous phone call telling him that I had left the house, and Mr. Higgins came over to talk to us about it, and we assured him that whatever problems we might be having were not going to make us forget our concern for you and our responsibility to the court.
I wonder if he believed that.
I'm sure he did. You are not going to be penalized today because of our problems. Please believe that.
Really? Even if the judge finds out that there is another woman involved?
Where did you get that idea?
Well, I know that you and Dad had your big argument the morning after Dad came home when the quarantine was lifted, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I know that the quarantine was officially lifted before midnight, Mother. So I think your argument was over the fact that Rick spent the night with another woman, and that's why you two keep telling me that it's deeply personal instead of just being honest with me.
When you're married, you can have deeply personal problems that aren't necessarily infidelity.
But when you told me that you and Rick were going to start sleeping in separate rooms, you said not to worry because it was the only way where you were going to work it out.
It was the only way I could see, yes.
So it has to be a sexual problem. That's the only thing that makes any sense to me. Or else you two would still feel comfortable sleeping together.
Honey, this is not a time to be worrying about all of this. Not with the day you have ahead of you.
All right, but Mother? Yes? Will you answer something for me? And will you remember the new policy of honesty that we have between us before you do?
Yeah.
Are you and Dad having problems in your marriage because Dad slept with another woman?
No. And that's the truth. I'm going to go upstairs and get the rest of my stuff or I'll be late for work.
I don't want to see it end up destroying both our lives. I mean, I've seen what it's done already with you and Lesley. And if Alan ever found out about that night, it would be the end of our marriage.
I knew about Dad and Monica before I even asked you, Mother. So this new honesty between us is just as one-sided as I thought it was.
I'm so surprised to see you. I would have thought that you would have just bolted the door as soon as Jeff got back from Hawaii.
Well, Jeff had to go back to the work at the hospital as usual.
Let me take your coat.
Thank you.
So, I bet everything is back to normal for the two of you now that he's home.
Oh, I don't know, Diana. You know, I am so glad Jeff's home, but he still hasn't told me why he ran off to Hawaii so suddenly.
Well, the important thing is that he's home, and he'll tell you everything when the time's right.
I know, Diana, but Jeff is my husband, and married people are supposed to share everything with each other.
Heather, married or not, people have problems that they have to kind of work through before they can share them with the other person, even though they may love the other person very, very much.
Yes, that's what Jeff keeps telling me.
Sure. I'm sure that you've had problems since you've been married to Jeff that you don't go right to him with until you can kind of, think through them.
Yeah, I guess so. How are you feeling?
Oh, fine, just fine.
You had any more of those, strange phone calls?
Yeah, I have, but I'd rather not talk about it, okay?
Well, Diana, I don't mean to bring up a sore subject, but I've really been worried...
Then don't. Please, okay?
Has it been the same man who kept calling for Peter and then hanging up?
Heather, I can see you're just not going to let me off the hook until I tell you.
No, it's not. Since Peter's been home, it's been somebody else, and when I pick up the phone, whoever it is on the other end, just breathes very heavily.
Oh, no, Diana. Have you got many of them?
Yeah, I got 2 last night and 2 this morning.
Oh, Diana, that's awful. Do you think maybe it's the same man whose shadow we saw outside?
Heather, please, ever since you came up with that kidnapping plot, I've been trying to get it out of my mind. Just don't start me going again, please, okay?
All right, I'm sorry, Diana. But I really think that you should tell Peter about this, just in case it...
Peter hasn't said anything. But I know that he feels that I'm overreacting, and so do I. I'm sure I'm just getting a bunch of crank phone calls just like everybody else gets.
I hope so, Diana. But I don't blame you for being concerned about PJ. Now,
Heather! My baby is here, and he's safe with me.
But what if you go back to work?
Not if, I'm going to. I'm going to start back next week, part-time. I think it's very important that I feel useful and productive, and Peter also feels I should get out of this house for a few hours during the day.
I agree with that, Diana, but with everything that's been happening here, well, you wouldn't feel safe leaving PJ with anybody. I wondered if you talked to Peter.
Oh, hi, Maggie.
Oh, hi, Heather.
I was just about to tell Heather here how you're going to come back and work for us full-time.
Where are your manners, PJ? Aren't you going to say hi to Aunt Heather? There she is.
I'm going to ask you one more time. Did you approach my daughter and say that you were Sam McDougal?
Dr. Weber, you've got this all wrong. Now, I didn't do anything. Your daughter... I'm sorry, but she came on to me.
You're lying, Mr. Proctor. Now, she would never have talked to you in a million years if she hadn't thought that you were the guy that called her.
Look, would you give me a break? I don't know anything about any phone call. I don't know anything about any Sam McDougal either. Is that okay?
No, it's not okay, because my daughter's whole future could ride on your story. Now, I want to know why you're lying.
Look! Now, you look. I have a respectable job in a respectable insurance firm, and I wouldn't have let you guys in here if I knew who you were when you called for that appointment.
Tell us the truth, and we'll leave.
Dr. Weber, I am telling you the truth. I think it's time maybe that you faced up to the fact that it's your daughter who's lying about what she's doing with her nights. Maybe you...
Hey, one more word, and I'll leave you
out.
Rick, wait a minute. Now, getting into a fight now, that's not going to help Laura.
You're right, Scotty. We'll go, but I'm going to tell you something. What's that? I'm going to get to the bottom of this, and when I do, I'm going to come back here, and I'm going to see to it that you don't have a respectable job in this respectable office or any respectable fringe benefits that go with it. You understand that? That is a promise.
Jeff, Dory told me you'd been out of surgery all day.
Yeah, I'm on my way to 3 right now. I'll be there all day. Any word from Audrey?
Nothing, and I just called the house and asked Mrs. Ryan if she's heard anything, but she hasn't. And Steve has been calling all day looking for Audrey.
I assume, then, you haven't told Steve yet.
No. Steve is getting very suspicious. I don't have any more time. I've got to tell him something before the day is out. Jeff?
Well, so tell him, man. You're the big believer in the truth doesn't hurt theory, aren't you?
Jeff, I know I said a lot of things that day.
Wait a minute. Let me see if I can remember how it went. You have to accept what you can't control and be grateful that your life has been turned upside down. Isn't that how it went?
I don't think you understood what I was trying to say that day, Jeff.
Yeah, well, it isn't too hard to understand that kind of Pollyanna nonsense. It's just that I stopped believing in it when I was about 6 years old.
Still feeling sorry for yourself, aren't you?
Yeah, well, if I am, it's no skin off your teeth, is it?
What about Steve and Rick and your wife? How long are you going to make them suffer for the fact that they care about you so deeply? Think about it, Jeff, because that's exactly what you are doing.
Look, it's my life, Miss Logan. I'll run it the way I see fit, okay?
Jeff, all I wanted to do was help you.
Yeah? Well, you didn't. And you can't, okay?
Fine.
But will you help me now, please? Help me tell Steve that Audrey has left with Tommy.
Sorry, you're asking the wrong person.
Okay, if you won't help me, and if you don't care what Steve's reaction is going to be, fine. But won't you do it at least for Audrey's sake?
Anne, I know how Audrey is hurting, and I feel sorry for her. But to tell you the truth, I don't blame her for taking off like that.
How can you say that? You didn't accomplish anything by running off there that night the quarantine was lifted and not even telling anybody.
Look, I don't blame her. Because if I had to live under the same roof with a know-it-all like you who has nothing better to do than to ruin other people's lives, I'd take off too.
That is not why she left, Jeff, and you know it. Something must have happened here last night when she came to visit Steve.
Ah, and whose fault was that, huh? Yours, I would imagine. Am I right?
Yes, but I thought perhaps they could work things out if she came and visited him.
Well, congratulations, Anne. You're batting 1,000. Whose life are you going to wreck next?
Jeff!
You know, I kind of feel a little sorry for you, Miss Logan. No life of your own, so you get your kicks by interfering with other people's lives.
You couldn't be more wrong.
Really? Think about it, Anne. You think about it on your way up to tell Steve that you botched his life up, too.
I don't know. It's hard to say, but Proctor was really shaking in his boots by the time your father got through with him.
Yeah, but he didn't say he was going to call up Mr. Higgins and change his story.
Yeah, but it doesn't mean that he's not gonna.
Positive thinking, Laura. That's what's going to get you through the day.
Right.
And your ring as well.
Scotty told me earlier that since he can't be with me in Judge Stallman's chambers, all I have to do is look at my ring, and it'll be as though he's right there with me.
I will be. Every step of the way.
Hey, speaking of steps, the two of you better be taking a few out the front door if you expect to see Howard Lansing at 3.
You're right.
The day's been dragging by so slowly, and now all of a sudden it's time to go?
Laura, come on. Another hour, the whole thing will be over. And that's what you should be thinking about.
Okay.
Okay. That's good.
Everything's going to be fine just as long as I have you with me and as long as I have my ring.
Hey, Scotty. How you doing? You remember me, Luke Spencer?
Yeah.
I'm taking a couple of classes here.
Luke, this is Laura Weber. Luke Spencer and my roommate, Brian Phillips.
Yeah. How you doing?
Nice to meet you.
Well,
Nice to meet you too, Laura.
Thank you.
We should be going now. I'll see you, Brian.
Sure. Look, my good thoughts will be with both of you.
Thanks.
See ya.
Bye-bye.
She is beautiful, isn't she?
That she is.
She's even prettier than her pictures in the newspaper.
Hey, look, I gotta be going, so, I'll see you later.
Yeah. So long.
Lobby desk, Miss Spencer.
Hello. You waiting for the bomb to drop?
Luke, I'm so excited. I haven't been able to take my eyes off the clock all day.
That's a little wearing, isn't it?
Well, I did manage to give him a little rest. Long enough to watch the Webers bid farewell to little Laura before they take her kicking and screaming off to reform school. Boy, did they ever look scared.
Yeah, so did Laura.
How do you know?
Well, I saw her earlier today in the student union. She was there with Scotty and his roommate.
Brian. Anyway, did you give her my message?
No, I didn't give her your message. As a matter of fact, I felt kind of sorry for her. She was putting up a brave front, but I know she's worried
Luke, cut the hearts and flowers, okay? After all we've done to get rid of that little tramp, you're going to start feeling sorry for her?
Hey, look, I'm just telling you how I felt.
Well, I think whatever you've been using on your hair to keep it so neat is getting to your brain.
the bartender's scared to death he'll lose his license, and we're not going to get him to change the story. I mean, Proctor's our only hope. Lesley.
Sorry. The thought that Laura's whole future is in the hands of some stranger who may very well not tell the truth.
What would you rather say, that I think she's going to go in there and 10 seconds later she's going to come out free and clear?
Right now, I think, yeah, I would rather hear you say that.
Lesley, I know you're terrified. I am too. But we can't let her see that. We have to give her support and strength, whatever happens.
I think you should know she believes that the problems that we're having are going to affect the judge's decision today.
You told her that's not true, didn't you?
Yes, I tried to. But we're probably going to have to appear before the judge. We did last time, and I sure better have some more interesting answers for him than I had for Laura this morning.
What did she ask you?
She asked me point blank if the problems we were having stemmed from the night the quarantine was lifted, and if you had slept with another woman.
Where would she?
She said it was the only thing that made sense to her since we were now sleeping in separate bedrooms.
And what did you tell her?
That she was wrong. That you had not slept with another woman.
I wish you'd concentrate on that yourself, Lesley.
Whether or not you did, you wanted to sleep with Monica, and as far as we're concerned, that is the problem. I think we should get inside. I'd really like to be there when they arrive with Laura.
Okay, and Laura, the thing I want you to concentrate on is explaining to the judge why you didn't tell your parents or Scotty about that phone call, and why you left the house to go out and meet Sam McDougal at that bar. Right?
The only reason I really had, Mr. Lansing, was that I was too frightened to tell my parents, and I didn't want Scotty to see those letters.
Well, listen, Laura, then that's what you tell the judge. Just that simply.
All right, now, Laura, I'm hoping Judge Stallman let me stay in the chambers while you give your testimony. But if he doesn't, don't let it throw you. Laura, he's a very fair and decent man who's been more than willing to give you a chance in the past.
I know. I just wish that you could be there with me. What are you looking at?
Laura, wait, I don't want you to get upset.
Scotty, that's the man. He's the man.
Okay, just don't even give him the satisfaction of a look.
He's here to testify against me, isn't he?
Now, Laura, I wasn't told who was going to be in there with the judge today.
Well, why else would he be here? And he's going to tell Judge Stallman the same lies he told Mr. Higgins. And Judge Stallman is going to believe him, just like...
No, he's going to believe you because you're telling the truth. All right? Now, don't think about that. Think about what's ahead. Think about our future. Okay? That's more important, right?
It's gone.
What?
It's gone, Scotty. It's gone.
Wait, what? What's the matter?
My ring. I lost it. Scotty, it's a sign. I know it is. It's a sign that Judge Stallman isn't going to believe me, and I'm never going to see you again.
No, don't get upset, Laura. Come on.